So my dogs have given me like the perfect example to use for a point that I've been thinking about doing a video on. I just haven't really been sure how to put it into words in a way that it like people can understand what I'm trying to say. So I was out walking the dogs, and they were all running around sniffing bushes. One of them came across a porcupine. She started barking, calling all the other dogs to her, and her and one of the other ones tried to eat said porcupine. Now, of course, porcupine has quills, and when it feels threatened, it basically, its defense mechanism is to make all its quills stand up so that whatever is trying to get to it gets poked in the face, and whichever other body parts get close to this porcupine. Right, so as the dogs are trying to bite it, they're getting poked in the face and in the shoulders with these quills. But given, the heat of the moment, the excitement, the adrenaline pumping, they were like, yeah, get the porcupine, kill the porcupine, eat the porcupine. And all the while they're getting, stabbed in the faces, which in the moment when things like that happen, you might not necessarily feel it because there's so much adrenaline pumping and you're in such a high and such a rush. But then we got to them, we stopped them from eating this poor porcupine. They started skulking away. I started pulling quills out of them. One of them had a quill in the roof of his mouth. Luckily it was only the two dogs that tried to eat the porcupine. And luckily neither of them were bleeding profusely anywhere. They're okay, they're on antibiotics. Okay, that's not the point of my story. The point of my story is that the more time that passed, the more they realized what a grave mistake they made. Later on in the day, when I went to go and check on them, they were quite miserable. They were basically just kind of lying down, and they saw me and their little tails would wag a little bit, but otherwise they were sore because they got lots of wounds all over themselves. So I've experienced something similar in my life, and I'm sure everyone else has too, where I happen upon something that makes me excited, something that makes me want to just bulldoze ahead and do the thing without much thought, and I end up, while it's happening, everything seems okay, even though I'm getting stabbed in the face with quills. And then after the event passes, it's like, oh, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. And the more time that passes, the more I realize, you know what, I really regret having done that. I really regret that I didn't take the time to really think things through, that I didn't take the time to look at what would the consequences of my actions be. How would my actions affect the people around me, the things around me? And, I come to realize that what I did in the heat of the moment wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. And that positive driving excitement, and it's like a pull to do something, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. Just because you really want to do something doesn't mean that it's going to be good for us. It doesn't mean that it's going to turn out well, and it doesn't mean that everything's going to be hunky-dory and that we're going to have a great time and everything will be fantastic forever and ever thereafter. Life doesn't work that way. So next time you're really excited about something and you feel yourself being pushed or pulled towards it, take a moment to just pause and put that excitement and that high and that rush aside and really look at the truth of the matter. because you might be about to start biting a porcupine. And you might regret it afterwards. So, excitement doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. Alright, guys. So, don't bite any porcupines, okay? Alright. Thank you very much for watching, and you're going to see me next time.